You're creative, but you probably just don't know it. Hi everyone, my name is Abby Gatling and this is Creativity Uncovered. And I want to start this episode by saying, what if I told you that every single person in the world has at least one type of creativity inside them, just sitting there waiting to be unleashed? Well, this episode is going to explore the different types of creativity out there. And I'm hoping that by listening to this information, you're going to maybe find that one jumps out at you or maybe just hits home a little harder than the others. And that's going to help kickstart your journey to unlock that latent creativity that I know is inside of you. Now, if you haven't tuned in before, Creativity Uncovered is a podcast where I uncover how everyday people find inspiration, get inventive, and open their imagination. And in each episode, I set about exploring how different people find creative solutions at home, at work, at play, and everything in between. And my goal is to share with you some tried and tested ways so that you can summon creativity the next time that you need it. So one of the premises here at Creativity Uncovered is that everyone is creative. You just need to find your form of creativity. And today I'm going to help you do that. Because you see, creativity is not just about being artistic or inventing something new. There's actually different forms of creativity and each of their own characteristics. And I'm hoping that by knowing a little more about these different ways to be creative, that one of these will jump out at you and they'll resonate with you, and this may just help you unlock and explore those uncharted territories of your creativity. I believe everyone is creative because creativity is an innately human thing. We are some of the only beings, the only animals that practice creativity. However, creativity isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. It comes in so many different forms with different characteristics, different applications, and different times of our lives. And because of this variety, researchers are super interested in it. And there is so much information out there about why and how humans are creative. In fact, if you actually Google how to be creative, you'll get so much information, it will actually be overwhelming to you. So today, I kind of want to circumvent that process for you a little bit and talk about a view on creativity that has spoken to me personally. Today, I'm going to talk about the 3 types of creativity according to classical psychological research. And this research says that there are 3 main types, and these are exploratory, transformational, and combinational creativity. Let's dive right in, and I'm going to start with talking about exploratory creativity. And the key word here is explore. Think of an explorer. They head out into the world to discover the unknown and they don't actually know where they're going to end up. This type of creativity is an exploration where the journey or the process of creativity itself is just as valuable as the destination or the outcome. It's all about curiosity and discovery. And how this can play out is that it could involve noodling around and exploring some new ideas or concepts or possibilities, but not necessarily looking for a specific outcome. This type of creativity may be suited to you if you are more comfortable with things like ambiguity, uncertainty, and just, allowing your mind to wander freely. This approach is really great for helping make some unexpected connections. And this often can lead to some novel or unconventional insights or solutions, or breakthrough innovations. This type of creativity, exploratory creativity, is the type that I love when I am focusing on my artistic creativity. As we know from the podcast, if you've listened to a few episodes, there are different styles of creativity, and artistic is just one of them. So when I'm flexing my artistic side, I like to try different styles of art, different mediums. I just like to test things out. And when I'm in this mode, I don't even care if I finish a piece. In my mind, there's almost no reason to finish an artwork. And I find that exploratory creativity is such a perfect introduction to creativity because it takes all the pressure off delivering an outcome. It really just focuses on the process and not that end result. So now let's chat about transformational creativity. So unlike exploratory creativity, this one doesn't focus on the journey or the process. It is about pushing the boundaries. And the key word here is transform. So changing from one state to another. Transformational creativity involves challenging existing paradigms and disrupting the status quo and envisioning entirely new possibilities. This type of creativity will suit you if you are bold, you have a clear vision, and you can't help but just challenge that normal convention. Now, if you're trying to imagine what this looks like, this type of creativity can be seen in people who are visionaries, who are daring to imagine a better future. And that can range from anyone from inventors to entrepreneurs to artists to social reformers. It's about daring to dream big and then having the courage to pursue those dreams relentlessly. When I think of this, I think of industry thought leaders such as Brené Brown or Seth Godin, or radical business owners like Steve Jobs, or even Malala. These are people who are pushing the boundaries. And this type of creativity is almost like setting your own path and your own rules. Now I'm going to put my hand up here and say this is not generally me. I don't identify myself in this type of creativity. But some of the people I've had on my podcast, like guests like Clinton Weeks from episode 4 of Creativity Uncovered, I think he sits firmly in this space because he's always thinking big, he's got massive ideas, and he goes for it. It's really impressive. But it's good to know when you fit into this type of creativity or when you don't, because it can give you a better understanding of yourself and your appetite and your approach to creativity. So let's jump over to the third type, which, if you may recall, it's combinational creativity. This episode is kind of like the story of Goldilocks. If exploratory creativity was too cold and transformational was a bit too hot, then maybe combinational creativity will be just right. It'll be the porridge that's just the right temperature and it will suit you. So this type of creativity focuses on combining different elements. So combinational creativity. And it involves basically bringing together and melding together different ideas and concepts and elements in a new or unexpected way. And the result is to create something original from that. It's kind of like you get a packet of Lego and there is the set Lego design that you're supposed to make and the instructions there. You throw that aside and you start to use these blocks and maybe some blocks from other sets of Lego, and you mix and match the different pieces and you make your own unique combination, your own unique presentation of these blocks. So this type of creativity is about, getting these different elements, synthesizing them together, and you get a brand new solution, a brand new artwork, a brand new piece of Lego. And this type of creativity, it may be just up your alley if you like to make connections and if you draw on everything around you to make those connections right. So basically, if you go down combinational creativity, you're probably going to draw inspiration from a whole range of different sources and disciplines and experiences, and you're going to leverage all of that to spark a brand new creative piece. I'll give you another example. If you've ever watched MasterChef, this is one of my favorite shows. If you've ever watched MasterChef, I think that combinational creativity is just so prevalent in the invention challenge. So this challenge is where the contestants are given a dish, for example, an apple pie, and they have to use the ingredients from that apple pie and in the concept of a pie to craft a new dish. And it's such an amazing challenge to watch, because even though all of these contestants have the same starting point, you will get 12 completely different dishes at the end. And this is because each of those chefs contestants are bringing different skills, different experiences, their heritage, their careers, whatever else. They're bringing on all these different things together and applying it to this challenge with the purpose of creating something brand new. It's super impressive to watch. Now, I do like this type of creativity, and I think that I do stray occasionally into this style of creativity in my everyday life. So, for example, when it comes to problem solving, I will scour my brain for similar experiences or challenges, and I'll piece together knowledge and skills to solve this problem. Heck, I mostly do it every night when I'm trying to cook dinner, scratching my head and going, what am I going to do with these few ingredients in my pantry, and how am I going to make a nice meal out of this? So these approaches to creativity are so different, and that means that they appeal really well to different people and at different times. Because as I said before, I believe that every single person has the potential to be creative. And my goal of this podcast is simply to pique your interest in creativity, to present you the options of how different styles of creativity will manifest, and just encourage you to embrace the curiosity about each of those. And truthfully, I really do hope that one of the examples I've given you today has rung a bell in your mind and clicked something, and you've suddenly realized that actually, yes, you are practicing this type of creativity in your life and you didn't even know about it. So whether it's exploratory or transformational or combinational creativity, or a mix of any of the three, or perhaps another different creative approach from another area of research, it doesn't matter, because I know that there is the perfect fit for you somewhere, and I'm happy to continue this journey alongside you and help you get there. Thanks so much for tuning into Creativity Uncovered today. I hope that this little bit of insight into creative research has just kind of given you a bit of a broader view of what creativity is and how it can manifest in people's lives. I want to know, did any of these options jump out at you? If so, don't forget to get in touch and let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Okay, until next time, take care. If you've made it this far, a huge thank you for your support and tuning into today's episode. Creativity Uncovered has been lovingly recorded on the land of the Cubby Cubby people, and we pay our respect to elders past, present, and emerging. This podcast has been produced by my amazing team here at Crisp Communications, and the music you just heard was composed by James Gatling. If you liked this episode, please do share it around and help us on our mission to unlock more creativity in this world. You can also hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any new episode releases.